The Wild Wild West.
Hello. Welcome to the Patreon. Congratulations. You find yourself in our inner circle.
Yeah, dude. You guys did the right thing.
You doing Kegels?
I might just do this the whole time. Just thrusting, bro. Seriously, imagine that, how hard that
Clamping you?
Dude, I've been, ever since I've, still off porn, by the way.
I'd be stuck in you like a dog. I don't think I watched porn this week.
Really? I'm off. This is the ultimate test. My wife's going away for 6 days to London. Can I withstand?
Yeah, I'm not going to withstand it. I'm going to definitely watch pornography in Boston in my hotel room. I'm going to indulge in porno.
This is the ultimate test. And now it's like, a lot of people are like, no way he does it. So now I'm really fueled to completely try to go for the rest of my life without watching porn.
Nice.
It's just a fun personal challenge. I've been getting more pussy too.
Mark from Schultz's podcast. Mm-hmm. He's given up booze, weed, sugar, bread, and porn.
How old is he?
He's a youngster.
Oh, wow.
I was like, damn, dude.
How long? So when did he start
on day
doing
9.
Okay, that's what's up.
I was like, damn, dude, what do you do? What the fuck are you going to do?
What is he going to do?
I don't know.
He's probably going to get
eat
ripped.
Steak and get ripped.
Yeah, he's probably going to eat steak, get ripped.
Yeah, but then we'll just watch Lord of the Rings.
Probably love his heart.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, dude. This will be the ultimate challenge. I might come back next week, tuck tail, or I might be triumphant.
It's nice though that you will be truthful.
Oh yeah,
a lot
dude,
of guys
you can't
fib.
No. That's pretty shitty to do that. To live a fake life on a podcast.
I have no lie. I have no doubt in my mind that I am going to indulge in porno at the hotel.
Yeah, nothing against that, man. It's a personal journey.
It is, and I have no problem with it.
Yeah, for me,
sometimes
it's
porno,
just,
I don't mind it.
There's like, I'm at the point of a choose your own adventure where it's like, am I going to be a porn dad or not a porn dad? And I'm like, I'm going to not be a porn dad.
I didn't even think about
bro.
The dad part.
Yeah. Daughter of father of daughters, porn dad, bro.
Porn dad, stacks of porn in your room.
Dude, it's just like, I'm in my head, I'm like, I'm not being a porn dad, dude.
Yeah.
Not being a porn dad.
Would you say it's more honorable to revert to mags than internet porn?
I would say if you want to like do like a Suboxone type thing, it's not a bad step down.
Just get a mag.
Some pics. Yeah.
Dude, magazines are tight. To whack off to a mag would be pretty sick.
Dude, it would be sick. But you'd have to amp yourself up. You'd have to like, if you're going from like 4D shit.
Like a Playboy, like read the articles.
And just get
aroused. get to a centerfold and be like, oh, now I masturbate. That's what the book's telling me to do.
That's kind of sick. That'd be a good step down.
Yeah.
But the problem is now there's like a findable stash. But that would be, that's handled. But
that's somewhat honorable to find your father's porn instead of you get on the internet browser and on the family computer and you see like, whoa.
Yeah, exactly. That, if you're absolutely failing and you struggle to not be a porn dad, that is a noble.
God dog, you have a porn dad. Like certainly.
I was afraid to admit.
You found your dad's porn.
You felt my discomfort.
I heard there's nothing better than like a sigh.
I saw the.
I have an early
find your dad's.
I have an
porn.
early memory, and that I relived when you guys brought that up. No, it was
it was search. Yeah, it was browser.
It was YouPorn on the browser, but homepage. So
you didn't get to see exactly what your father was pleasuring himself to.
No, I didn't get to see the category.
He might have just fapped to the homepage, though. To be fair,
and that's pretty honorable.
Yeah,
that is honorable for him not to go down.
You think your daddy popped early on Pornhub? He squirted all over the place. YouPorn's on YouPorn. You think he squirted too early on one of the thumbnails?
Well, I'd care not.
I've given up the scroll.
You think your father pre-jacked on a thumbnail?
I've honestly done that where I've been like, I'm not even gonna click a video. I'm just gonna just fap to these. I'm just gonna fap to the
Those
search.
things can work.
You just fucking look at the title and the thumbnail. I've done it before. I'm just gonna fap to the general idea of porn right now. Yeah, like that's nice. You squirted. Oh fuck.
No, then you squirt too.
Oh, here I go now.
No, I'm gonna squirt. All right, enough of this squirt talk, dude.
Yeah,
let's talk.
Still strong, dude.
Let's talk what we came here to talk.
My detractors.
It's time to discuss crusades.
Yes, dude.
Yes. What is it? 1099? Is that what we're talking about here?
That's what we're talking.
That's about as far as I got.
Talking Pope Gregory, bro. We're talking about Pope Gregory.
Get over there.
Planting the seeds. He planted the seeds.
Are we talking about Salahuddin?
Who's the Salahuddin?
Salahuddin.
You're gonna have to instruct
Saladin.
Who's the King Saladin? And he's
the goat.
That was the bro. See, I didn't get into exactly that side of it. So let me paint the picture. This is the picture I got from the beginning of the book. The book's called The Crusades by
Yeah.
Thomas Asbridge.
All right, so shut up, Asbridge.
So so they're saying this guy's giving like a multiple account of like, here's what's going on in the Muslim world, here's what's going on in the Christian world.
Yeah.
He calls it the Latin world the whole time. But so apparently the fucking French, man, are apparently at the center of this.
The frogs were over there.
Frogs are big time, bro. Because he said
Guy de Lucien or whatever in there.
Yeah, the one there was was that the guy you're saying?
That was in the movie. Kingdom of Heaven. You get to the Knights Templar?
Not yet. This is they tease you with the Lionheart. They hit you with a little bit of Lionheart, which I'm like, coming. All right, I'm ready for that. But they so they go in and there's just these dukes. Who dat?
I don't know.
All right. There's these they're explaining like how there was just these knights who were like they're not like the king, but there's just these disparate bands of just like military royalty.
Yeah.
That just rolled around what you were saying earlier on basically ponies.
Yeah.
And they would just like sit around and
just
like
to
live
reiterate,
off
the horses weren't big.
tiny horses.
They rode ponies.
Ponies,
dude,
armored ponies.
Yeah.
And like if you were like there would just be these knights kicking around on like land, like, with their vassals and shit. And they'd get hired every now and again to just like charge some dude on a pony.
Yeah.
Because that was like if you were trying to fight, a dude would just come run you over with a pony, and then he'd be like, all right, dude, fucking I'll pay the king or whatever what I owe him. And they're like, you better, I'll fucking kill you.
Have you seen Kingdom of Heaven?
No.
Yo, you're gonna love it.
I can't wait.
It's fucking tight.
Do they keep it pony?
Ridley Scott, dude.
Does he keep it fucking?
Nah, he doesn't keep it 100 on his ponies.
Come on, man. Nobody does. Nobody does.
Yeah, you can't do the Braveheart speech on a pony.
Why, dude?
You can't.
Dude, it's such an important detail of the time.
It's very important.
And they were crazy expensive. To have a pony was like unheard of. Like no one else could afford a pony. So you're a knight. You're on your pony and you had 4 servants that could also
the
fight.
Arabs may have had stallions. They may have had.
I think they were on at least in the beginning. I think they're still on. They're on ponies as well. So it's pony on pony attack.
There's nothing you can do.
But so they have these guys in the Christian world. It's just the knights kicking around, doing their thing. And there's this one guy from France who was just he was a Frank. This is like 1000. So I don't think France was barely even started yet. It was just the Franks people. But his name was like Folk or something. I forget the guy's name, but he was a brutal fucking duke and warlord. And he was just fucking people up. And then like towards the end of his life, he was like, he got really into Catholicism or Christianity, Roman Catholic church. So he was like back then, in order to like make up for your murderous deeds, they would go on these like epic pilgrimages to like Jerusalem. They're saying that's a huge part of how it started.
To kill a Muslim, you enter the kingdom of heaven.
Yeah, dude. Was that
the Pope said?
Pope Urban?
I'm not sure which Pope.
So Pope Urban Pope Gregory started it off as basically you had these like rich elite dudes going into the Holy Land. This guy's like a warlord, and he's like, why the fuck are Muslims in charge of this? This fucking sucks. Yeah. And they were saying they were getting unfairly taxed because they said it's unclear who really started the aggression, because the Christian account is like Pope Urban gave this huge speech in France being like, dude, they want to tax you so bad that like they're worried people are swallowing gold. So if they suspect you of smuggling gold by swallowing it, they'll cut you open and open up your insides to fucking look into what nature has kept hidden, dude. So the Christians were coming through like, yo, they're slaughtering Christians. There was one lord who was going over on these pilgrimages who apparently had his eye pulled out. Yeah. They said it was like an apocryphal tale, but he carried his eye back to be like, yo, fuck Muslims, dude. Look what they did to my eye. Yeah. So all these dudes were getting, so they had these like,
he was like, this used to be in my fucking head.
But a fucking Muslim
ripped out my fucking eye.
Because he refused to pay taxes.
Get your swords, dude. We're going back.
They'd be like, we're going on holy. These guys were like never taking shit ever in their life. Yeah. They were just in charge of it, basically everything and everyone they knew. They're like, all right, time for pilgrimage. And they'd go through the towns. I'm like, and they'd be like, what the fuck are you? And they'd pull a sword to them. They'd be like, give me half your shit. And they'd be like, what the fuck? Yeah. So these dudes were just running into buzzsaws. So they'd come back and be like, yo, fuck those guys.
Dude, does it get into the fact that Muhammad never set foot in Jerusalem? Ever?
I thought they said that's where he ascended from.
Yeah, they yap about it. They made that up.
But he never did.
They just were like, no, this is ours. This is where Muhammad came. They're like, dude, Muhammad was never here. They're like, yeah.
Really?
This is ours. Jerusalem's ours. It's like,
so they didn't get into that.
The Dome of the Rock? Look into it.
Really?
Yeah, they fibbed, dude. They said he teleported to Jerusalem and then he ascended. It's like, dude, you guys are lying. You're cheating to get Jerusalem.
But yeah, well, it's also weird too, like, because the more you
and the Jews can shut up about Jerusalem too.
Yeah, what's their claim?
I don't know. The fucking temple was there or something. It's Jesus, dude.
Jesus. Yeah, it's JC.
Jerusalem's ours.
JC all the way.
It's obviously Catholics.
I would agree.
For sure, dude. Jesus the Jews killed him there.
Least they can do is give it up. Least they can do is give it up.
The Muslims have no say.
Dude.
Other than it is in the Arab world.
Dude,
other than it is on their land.
True.
But.
I don't but dude, they kind of Sprite remixed of religion.
They did.
And I know I was with Christianity.
We already had Coke.
We had Coke.
Coca-Cola. They were like, no, Coke Zero. We were like, dude, you guys need to shut the fuck up.
Dude, they really did mishmash. And we're just like, oh, and then there was this guy. This whole thing was like he had a reactionary revelation to Christianity and Judaism. Was like, yo, here's the deal. And we got.
I could be completely wrong, but I thought Islam came out of Muhammad being like, I think he was a general, but it was kind of like, because he lived in a heavy trade area, and he kind of came up with like codes of how to, like, it was good. It was like a moral way to make sure everything was cool with trading and how to operate and all that shit. I forget.
He went by the way of the sword towards the end.
Yeah, he did.
I heard a similar thing where like if you read the beginning of it, it's like, man, this is great. What beautiful verses. And then he apparently really dialed it up of like, yo, by the way.
Well, he was a man.
He was a man. He was a man.
He was a man. That's the thing. They were, He was
just a dude. Then teleported.
He could fall to it.
Then he teleported.
He did teleport and ride up on a chariot or some shit.
Yeah. So that did happen.
We worship a god, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
Jesus was not. I mean, he was a man, of course. Was a man. But he was the Holy Trinity.
There's a heresy stating that Jesus was a man. Obviously, he got kicked out of the Catholic Church. One of the heresies, dude. There's a ton of heresies. One of them was that Jesus was just a dude who got just like taken over by the Spirit of God, and then as soon as he died on the cross, it just went up, and that was that. And Pope was like, "Fucking." There was a bunch of dudes like, "No fucking way, dude. Yeah, bullshit." Get him out of here.
Set him on fire.
Get him the fuck out of here.
Do something bad to him.
Just dressed like maniacs.
Dressed like a moron.
Bull fucking shit, dude. That didn't happen. Get the fuck out of here.
Think of the worst thing ever and do it to him. Get him out of here. Rip his fucking tongue out.
Yeah, they just were like, yeah, exactly. It came up with like a Muslim code. Here's what we're going to do. And then like, yo, and in terms of like, yeah, dude, actually like Abraham was kind of sick. Jesus was kind of sick. That was like, but then it became like, genuinely like a militant.
Yeah.
And this is what they're arguing. Like the military shit was built into Muslim theology. That was like an easy, there was no big quarrels to get into that. Yeah. Although he was arguing like they really weren't that interested because they had already like basically, the Muslim empire had just been established and smashed.
Yeah, it was
dominating. But then it fell apart to infighting. The Sunnis and Shiites go back that far.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't know that.
They disagree on, it was on Muhammad's successor.
Oh, exactly, dude. Yeah. On Fatima, they were like, I'm related to Fatima, his wife or niece or whatever. I'm related to all the
they're still going,
caliphs.
The Sunnis and Shiites are still bickering.
That was based on who was related to fucking Muhammad, which is crazy. Yeah. I had no idea that's what that was.
Oh, really?
No clue.
Yeah.
It went back that far.
Yeah.
They're like, fuck you, dude.
Iran and Saudi Arabia are still tearing the world apart because of that. Because they're like, dude, that was his uncle. Like, nah,
you fool.
You fucking fool.
Well, the funny part was, and this is what I didn't realize.
And it's definitely Saudi Arabia and Iran tearing the world apart, not us.
We're just, dude, you saw Biden's speech.
I saw Biden's speech at the UN. He's across the town, dude. We're a couple miles away from sweet Joe Biden.
Yeah, dude. He's
giving a nice speech, rousing speech.
We're going to cure hunger.
It's good to see John Kerry falling asleep during the president's fucking God, Jesus Christ. We're led by the oldest dumbasses.
Do you think they make them like
Trump dog would have said, wake up.
Yeah,
he would have said, Sleepy John.
Sleepy John Kerry, get up, dude. Wake up.
Fucking flip-flopper. You think I forgot you flip-flop, John Kerry? I flip-flop every day.
He would hit the spatula on John Kerry, dude, and fucking...
Yeah, flip-flop, dude.
Flipped him.
Wake up, you fucking flapjack. Get up, you pancake.
Oh, man. I don't know. Again, I don't know if I'm just like a politically apathetic person, but Jesus Christ, is he one of the most unmoving speakers in the world?
Yeah, he's tough.
At least like Trump will like kind of bother people. At least he like is getting the blood flowing in some way.
Trump's like an early open micer.
Oh yeah,
it's like he can only offend, and he gets reactions, and he's like nice. Biden's just geezed up, dude.
Yeah, it's the
and he turns on when he's trying to be motivating, he turns on the geeze jet so hard.
Oh, it's crazy.
Squints, and he's like, "This is the greatest country in the world.
Oh, it's dude.
We can do anything we want.
Come on, we can fix world hunger. Come
Today
on, guys."
he hit an end quote on the teleprompter.
What was it? Oh,
he was like FDR said in 1945. End quote. I was like, God damn it. I was cheering for him today. when you see the president in front of the UN, you're like, come on, dude. Like,
dude,
be good. And he wasn't so bad.
All it takes is one guy in front of the whole country to be like, yo, all of this shit is dumb and stupid. Let's just stop being fucking assholes. Please. We've all been dickheads. Yeah. This is all nonsense. Yeah. Please. Let's just stop and let's do cool stuff.
It would be cool for a president to go on, because everything he says, no matter what, if you're a U.S. president speaking to the UN, America has done. We did Iraq. You can't go up there and be like, Russia's pure evil for this. America stands for justice. Everyone's like, we remember.
It takes
you
2
guys
seconds.
Just got out. You got to be like, look, we fucked up.
Yeah.
Sorry, Iraq.
Yeah.
We thought you guys were doing bad stuff. You were. You guys were definitely doing bad stuff.
Yep.
We handled it wrong.
Yeah, true.
Our bad. Now Russia's doing it. That's bad. We need to stop Russia.
But the problem is the people responsible for Iraq are still alive.
Yeah, of course.
And they're going like, wait.
Dude, did you see? It's old, but you saw that Bush slip up where he says it.
What'd he say?
He's like, this disgusting invasion of Iraq. I mean, Ukraine.
No.
Yeah. He's like, totally unjustified invasion of Iraq. Ukraine.
Oh no!
It's like, Jesus Christ, dude.
And he slipped Michelle Obama. Where's Michelle Obama? I have to give her candy now.
Werther's.
Please, someone fucking take this from me. Yeah, man. That's all it would take. Them to be like, bro, we've all been dead. That's what I'm reading the Crusades book, and he's like, well, who really was your? It's like, dude, everyone was just being massive dickheads back then.
Yeah,
you had massive dickheads at the top of society clashing with each other, then recruiting the dumbasses of society to stab each other.
So this is all the Crusades, or just the first?
All of them. He went to the People's Crusade. He went into that.
Wait till you get to the end,
bro. I can't. I'm excited.
The like fucking 6th Crusade is like they don't even go to the Middle East. They go to Constantinople and just sack a Christian city.
Really?
Yeah, they're like fuck this.
They talk about the People's Crusade. So just to keep the chronological timeline, they get like a couple dukes going up, and then it's going through the papacy. Like the Muslims are they're crushing it. They're set for fucking holy war. It's nothing to get them in a holy war. It's like, yeah, dude, we know it's in our book. Like we'll turn it on if we have to. The popes were apparently obscure and didn't have like authority over all of Christianity. Like the Pope had its own struggle to like be the fucking spiritual general of all the Christians or all the Catholics. So there was a thing saying the Pope really stoked the flames of the Crusades. Then that elevated the papacy to like a power position because people were like kind of like, yo, who the fuck? This guy was like, I'm your boss. And they were like, shut the fuck up.
Who?
Fuck you.
Like there's a guy in Italy.
Yeah, dude. And that guy was from France. Pope Urban was from a monastery in France. And he like fucking somehow like religion lorded like Game of Thrones, which is such the darkest and most evil shit in the world. But Pope Gregory was like, yo, we should probably, it's kind of cool if we fuck people up in God's name. And the people were like, what the fuck, dude? Then he died. And Pope Urban was like, yo, that guy was crazy. But for real, guys, these Muslims are out of control. Yeah. And if you want to get all your sins wiped away, just go to pilgrimage and bring swords. Like if you fuck some guy up and you die, that's cool. You're allowed to do, like, dude, it's mega resolving all your sins if you go there and just chop a dude up. But he was like, but only sins you confess. So there's all these things. But then you get like street guys who would like, it was what was this guy's name? Something the Hermit. It was like this dude was basically Smeagol. He only ate fish and drank wine. And he was revolted. His appearance was revolting.
Probably stunk like shit.
Dude, he was a France. He was a frog as well. Northeastern France. I'm blanking.
Frogs are nasty.
Something the Hermit, dude. He was wicked, but he assembled 15,000 townspeople just by his riveting speeches. Because he was like, so that the Pope would be like, here's the deal, but here's the red tape. And the guy, like the people who commanded people in the street would be like, yo, if you go fuck Muslims up, you're forgiven forever. Yeah. And people were like, he got 15. That was the guy apparently who actually sent 15,000 people to just get slaughtered in the First Crusade. Peter the Hermit.
Nice. And he 15,000 people, he brought his bros and they all got rocked.
He survived. He came back like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
But he would come back.
But the Mamelukes, who fucked them up?
Yeah, I think the Turgeluk, what were the Turks?
Yeah.
Some shit, Turgeluks or some shit.
Yeah, they were nasty.
They got taken into the Sunni, I think, fold. The Shiites, I think, were in the south towards North Africa. And I think the Sunnis migrated closer to the West, which I think they then formed like those countries that ended up traditionally like trading more with the West. And the Shiites are like, fuck those guys.
Nice.
If I'm not mistaken. But yeah, so he brought the bros over and it was like just, you've talked about this before. They both went over, the First Crusade was just dudes wandering and getting fucked up. Yeah. Unanimously just destroyed. But some dudes also just broke off and just started murdering Jewish people. They were like, whoa,
God
there's
damn
Jews. Yeah, like,
God damn it.
Rhineland's Germany, right?
Yeah.
So there's dudes who broke off in Rhineland and are like, what the fuck? The Jews are like, can we go to heaven for killing these guys? And they're like, yeah, fuck, come on.
Yeah, definitely.
So they just murder. There's like people who just went and like just murdered the Jews in Germany.
Something's in the water over there.
Dude, that's what I was saying. Like, Jesus Christ. They had to change. It was like a strip club. They had to change it from Rhineland to Germany. It used to be called Rhineland. They did their first time killing the Jews. Like, dude, we can't call it Rhineland anymore, dude.
Yeah.
Germany. Like, all right, don't do that again. Yeah, they just broke off and like, Jews. Ah!
Yeah, get out of here.
Just like the dumbest idiots ever who were just like, yeah, come on, let's go. What did that fucking weird Schmeagle guy say? And they're just like, yeah, whoa, fuck. Those guys look weird.
I'm excited
they
for
look
you
different.
Because I vaguely remember what happens, but there's like the Children's Crusade. There's like...
Yeah, they brought their kids too, apparently.
Yeah, it's nuts.
It was 15,000 with like 8,000 soldiers and like 10,000 women and something crazy, a ton of women and children.
Yeah.
They just wandered down and got destroyed.
The Arabs must be like, what? Who the fuck are these guys?
I know.
What is being told to them?
I know.
Why are they walking here?
Well, that was the question because they were like, the Pope Urban was like, we're under threat. Like, this is a real threat.
Yeah.
And I think the Moors were coming up and they were clashing, but there was no like cohesive threat of Islam because Islam was fractionated at the time. But the thing is like, yeah, but like these dudes didn't fucking know this.
No.
They're just hearing word of mouth shit and they're like,
yeah, they're getting Fox News.
Yes, dude, big time.
They're like, they hate our freedom, dude.
Pope Urban literally was like, these guys are doing unthinkable things to children.
Yeah.
These guys are monsters. They hit them with like World War II propaganda.
Yeah, they hate our freedom.
Still works. They're doing it right now.
Yeah.
On the news.
Yeah.
Russia's fucked up, dude.
Russia tortured guys.
Yo, Russia's built different. They're hitting us with like, yo, Russia's fucked up, dude. Unspeakable atrocities. Still works, dude. 1,000 years later.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, they're doing what to who? Those guys are evil. We're good. Let's go get them.
Yeah.
So that the authors
the Moors were sneaking up, dude.
They were creeping. He gave credence to that.
España, dude. They got.
Yep. They were conquering. And there was.
Who was it? It was on 9/11.
What?
Yeah. 9/11, I think it was like Poland or Hungary ended the Muslim invasion into that part of Europe.
Yeah. That was pretty tight when I heard about that.
Take a look at that. Fact check that, would you? I don't know. Because 9/11
unsuccessful Muslim invasion crusades.
It's a date in history.
Yeah, the dude so far is pretty fair. At first I thought he was going to be like, yo, fuck the Christians, the Muslims are all good. But he's he's basically being like, there's a lot of different accounts, and there are firsthand Muslim accounts of like, yeah, they were fucking up Christian.
I'm sure they were
dudes coming through there.
I mean, it had to be.
Yeah, dude. Like,
they still hold it down like that. They still tax. Yeah. There's under ISIS and shit. They were like, you're either getting killed or you're paying like ridiculous taxes.
That's what it was.
If you're not a Muslim.
So the first invasion, I'm only up to I didn't only got to this, like the start of the second one. First invasion, wildly unsuccessful. Although it did, people started being like, yo, that's kind of sick, the crusade.
Yeah.
So then they had like the nobility. None of the kings got involved during the second one, but all of the nobility, a lot of them were like, they were just like, look, they were opportunistic. These dudes would sell all of their shit.
Yeah.
They would sell all of their belongings and be like, let's fucking go. And go crusade. And then there was just like a bunch of the French nobility. And
dude, you gotta watch Kingdom of Heaven.
I can't wait, dude.
It's fucking sick.
Is that what it's about?
Yeah.
Fuck. I can't wait.
Orlando Bloom, dude? Come on.
What?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's where I'm at right now in the book. The dudes are like, now like the real deals are going down there to be like, all right, the guys with like actual military experience fighting the Muslims are like, we're going down there. And then they talk about all the infighting going on. And dude, the Muslims killed it and then all started grabbing for power, which it happens to everything.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, that's when the Sunnis and Shiites started beefing. It's pretty sick, man. To know more. Every time I learn more about the Sunnis and Shiites, I'm like, yes.
Yeah, I always forget too.
Yes. I had no idea. Went back. The beef is that far back.
Yeah.
And then there was one.
But it's not. See, back then it wasn't that far back. Because this is 1099 or something was the first crusade.
Yeah.
Muhammad was what, 500?
Oh no, for sure. I'm talking about now.
Oh yeah,
it's like now to then. It's like, god damn, these guys have been fighting for fucking ever. But yeah, there was one of the caliphs. He was called the Mad Caliph. He was like, dude, he apparently was crushing it, like just like sacking tons of cities, and he like got so good at that.
Yeah,
he just all of a sudden declared himself a god, and then started attacking his own people. was like, that must have been the funniest shit in the world. It's like, what? Dude, stop.
God
no.
damn it. He
This
thinks he's
dude
a
is
god.
completely turned on his whole fucking squad.
Yeah.
It was like, dude, I'm God. I'm going to fuck literally just everyone up now. And everyone, they probably had to like put him down. But he probably led a battle into his town.
Anytime you do that though, and you're like, I'm God, it ends. You're going to be naked in a town square, getting like drugged by people. What'd you find, boy?
The Mad
What's wrong with you?
They talked about that in the book. There was a couple like
maybe it was December 11th.
Spain got fucked up. Spain was getting fucked up, but there were some successful blockades, and that was due to the Muslim infighting. They weren't organized.
Let me show you something.
Yeah, you'll get it. Fucking get that.
Whatever. I probably left you in the toilet because I was taking a shit.
But yeah,
it's just 9/11 actual Muslim stuff.
I thought you were a youngster that could search stuff.
I'm trying my hardest. I'm
but no,
combing
the
through
Turks.
the internet.
You're not even that young anymore.
The information
How old are you?
superhighway. 25. I know, this is my twilight years.
Yeah, you're gonna start getting some elbows in the ribs at the family parties. Like, come on, Sean, come on, you're not a kid anymore, man.
Sean, you're not a kid anymore. It's time to stop acting so immature.
I feel like I'm pretty mature for my age.
You think you're mature? Yeah, you do.
Actually, no. I live with my mom and dad's house.
That's mature.
No,
that's mature
still
decision, dude.
That's mature.
That's a mature decision.
I
Nothing
think
wrong
in the
with that.
Arab world, that's totally acceptable.
For sure.
True.
Do you guys sit down and drink tea?
No.
And then you find your dad's porno?
No. It's natural to watch porno.
Well, you know they say lended to the militarization of Christianity
What is it?
was taking in the pagan hordes. So they were converting all these pagan guys, and they were like back then they were highly militarized people, and a lot of these like Christian lords were like, yeah, I could kind of use a little bit of that for my own
we
thing.
need these
They'd be
fucking
like,
forest retards.
Yeah, you can kill people, literally.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys can still kill people. That's actually kind of sick.
Yeah, we like you guys. We're gonna
just-
put you on a boat and we're gonna ship you down there.
Yeah.
And then you guys go nuts.
So that was they had to like, because they were like, wait, I can't attack it. That's so fucking gay. And they're like, no, you can attack. I mean, if you have like a good reason,
You're still allowed to attack people.
Fuck people up. Like, we're not like, we're not against having fun or whatever. Like, we're just doing different stuff.
If you lived in the woods and your whole thing was like, dude, we get to attack people.
Yeah.
And then some Christians came and were like, stop. You'd be like, dude, I can't
A
stop.
lot of them accept. They're like, that fucking rule. Like, wait.
Attacking people was cool.
Apparently, these dudes are pretty wooed over by Jesus stuff. They'd be like, yeah, that's better than ours. They were like, kind of like, man, that rules.
Yeah, Jesus, the message of Christ usually works.
They're like, wait, somebody loves me?
They're like, yeah, we can just be nice to each other and stop all this attacking.
Yeah. Like
It had to be tough though, because there were definitely societies that based their entire identity around attack.
The Turks, bro.
Yeah.
Turks at first. Dude, the Turks, their big thing was they had two strategies.
Turks have been pretty nasty throughout history.
Dude, total encirclement. They would just totally encircle whoever they were fighting. That was their one military formation. Encircle, shoot bows and arrows, and then just fuck them up. Or they were famous for fake retreats. They would fake retreat, let them break formation, then
you like that swarm, that circle with the arrows?
Yeah, dude.
It's pretty tight.
Dude, they could shoot those arrows 300 yards back then.
Really?
Yeah.
That's exciting.
So could the English. Or the Christians.
Longbowmen.
Longbowmen, 300 fucking yards.
Get the British longbowmen out.
300 yards, dude.
Dude, if you only gamed like I did, you'd know all these things. If you play with the Turks in medieval Total War,
you
can
hit
the circle. That's a move you can do.
That was their two moves.
Yeah. If you watched Kingdom of Heaven, you'll see them hit the circle.
Really?
You'll go, God.
So they're all they were ponies,
nice.
circles. They were all speed.
Yeah.
So they had a West Coast fucking offense.
It was a West Coast offense.
Ponies, speed.
And the dumbass Crusaders thought they could wear all their bullshit armor, make it in the desert.
They talk about
it's
that
like,
too.
Bro, it's not going to work
They
here.
talk about how heavy. They said their broadsword was more of a bludgeoning instrument
Yeah.
than like an actual thing to cut people up with.
When
they had a
was-
heavy piece of steel that was like kind of like a butter knife that they'd be like,
Yeah, you
whack!
fucking smack it, dude.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. What about Barbarossa? When was Barbarossa? And who was it? One dude just in the desert just ran straight into the water. They like got to an oasis and he got in the water and drowned. 'Cause he
What?
they were wearing armor.
Yeah, that sucks.
I
was
forget
hearing
who
about
it was.
And that chainmail didn't. If something was like really sharp, it would just cut them. It would fuck them up. Like it
Yeah.
only if someone like went by and like nicked them, it would help them from that. But if they got like just hit with a fucking sharp sword, it went right through it.
Oh man, now I just want to watch Kingdom of Heaven.
Yeah, we should. Yeah, it's not a bad preparation. But yeah, dude, the book so far has been really, really good. That's my favorite time period, dude.
Yeah.
Like 11, 12, 13, 4. It's so
That's when it gets gay for me. Once you get into like the Renaissance and shit.
well, for sure. But know what's crazy though is like, holy fuck, you're telling me between 1400 and 1700, the amount of advancement was blinding.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Between 14 and 1700 was insane.
Yeah. And then think about now.
Dude, that's what
now is ridiculous.
That's what I got tripped up on. I was like, oh my God, that's the exponential curve of like 1400s, 1700s, 21, whatever fucking year it is. I always embarrassingly forget. I've been on 2023 forever. I'm like, I sign everything 2023 and like, bro, it's 2022. Can you fix it?
Yeah, I'm there too. I get confused by that. What is it, Sean?
This said it was Barbarossa who drowned, and
it was Barbarossa.
He had such a long journey, and then he ended up just drowning.
He wanted a drink, and he got in the water, and he fucking drowned like a dumbass, dude.
He's like my dog Jack. My dog Jackson will drown if you put him in water.
1190.
He'll go into the water and start to drown. He has to be safe.
It was 1190. Was it the fourth crusade? What the hell was that? What was he doing down there?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I wish I read more. The book's long
stuff.
as fuck, dude.
Yeah, I got hit with guns.
23
guns,
hours
germs,
left.
and steel last night.
Did you?
Yeah, was talking about the Aborigines.
What about them?
They were in the Stone Age.
Were they really?
Yeah, they were stuck in the Stone Age.
Jesus Christ!
When they were found, they were in the Stone Age.
That stinks, man.
Yeah,
especially when you're trying to preserve your land and stuff. Being in the Stone Age, it's. I mean, you've played enough. Like, what's that one game?
Total War.
Total War. It's like, yeah, if I'm in Stone Age and you're in Bronze Age.
Oh, you World or Age of Empires.
Yeah, Age of Empires.
Somebody advances, they hit you with something.
You're fucked. You're absolutely fucked.
Dude. We got cannons. We're sitting around here with pikemen.
Yeah, that's what some say the definition of empire truly is just having an advanced technology.
Honey, did you just throw out those gummy bears? Jesus Christ.
Guys, can we cut?
Hold on a second. You just hear like,
damn, for that to be your Mel Gibson tape, dude. If you got a Mel Gibson tape over gummy bears,
did I just see you toss out some gummies? It's fine. I didn't even know we had gummy bears. Where were they? You hide candy up there? I didn't know there was candy here. Jesus Christ, there's been candy under my nose this entire time.
Oh, bother. You could have Winnie the Pooh. You could have Winnie the Pooh those, dude.
I'm going to check their location in the trash. I'm going to make sure they're still secure, dude. They look like they're still in the bag. Those are fresh gummies.
Were they Haribos? Can I get a brand check?
Yeah, those are Haribos. Yeah. She bought some cash register poor people gummy bears.
They're the best.
And they were fucking delicious. It was unbelievable.
I may know a thing or two about making gummies, dude.
Yeah, true.
Gummies, that's a craft, dude. Gummy making, I have like a serious respect for gummy smiths.
Yeah.
It's hard, dude. It's hard fucking work. Making gummy candy.
I've seen it. It was scary in there.
Bro, you have 2 seconds to get that shit before it locks up.
Yeah.
Nothing but respect.
You had nice gummies.
Thank you, bro.
Those gummy bears, and they were cute little designs too.
Thank you, bro.
Those are little tiny bears.
Dude, I spent an embarrassingly a lot of time making gummies. I have it down to I had it down to a science. Now obviously I don't, but dude, can I tell you about my dream, bro? Yeah, last night it was the most disturbing shit in the world. But so there's a weird stuff about me sliding down snowy hills. It's totally out of control. It's very scary, but whatever.
Yes.
Who cares about that? So I'm on the field of battle, and it's just like a normal like park outside. And there's this curly haired dude, almost like a dark haired,
Salahuddin,
big Jonah Hill type dude. He came up at me. Yeah, pretty much was. Comes up. Dude. He looked like Fetterman actually. It was like a Fetterman looking dude.
Fetterman's Turk. Well, actually, Dr. Oz is a true Turk.
I love Oz, dude.
Yes.
I just love his. I love the show. That's the only reason I support him politically.
The show sucks.
The show was so good, dude. He'd be like, yo, check out fucking flax seeds. And people are like, whoa, what do these do? And he's like, this fucking helps you not have a heart attack. That was his whole show. Like, you know broccoli's good for you? I'd be like, whoa, what's it do? He's like, it actually has a thing that reduces dude, so I'm in the field of battle. This guy just comes upon me like a Wario looking dude, seizes me.
Yeah.
And I go down. I'm like, you son of a bitch. I go down and I come back to. I lose consciousness. I come back to. And
what
somehow,
did he do to you?
I don't know. He just seized me. He did so. Here's what he did to me. I come back to thinking I just got like knocked out. Apparently he had fucking bewitched me so that I went through my life for 2 years completely blacked out. And I had he stole my life from me for 2 years. So I come back to my life completely blacked out for 2 years. And I know this somehow. Dude, this was nuts.
What's the symbolism?
I'm just in my head. I'm walking around. I'm like, I look around. I think somehow I became aware of the fact because I saw someone, they said something to me and I was like, wait, it's 2 years later? Like I was like, 2 years have passed?
How old's your daughter?
She was still at the same age. She's a little bit older.
No,
so
I mean in real life.
She's 2. So here's the thing. I'm walking down a wooded hill. I see my daughter. She's a little older and she's not wearing a coat and it's cold outside. And that's how I started being like, so I like, come here. I put a coat on her. I get her all warm and I'm like, I'm going to kill this motherfucker. He stole
He bewitched us.
He blacked me out for 2 years and my daughter doesn't have a coat on. This is fucking bullshit. So I'm like, and then I walk past like I'm seeing all my aunts and hey, how you doing? I'm like, hey guys, I'll catch up with you later. My head fully intending to murder this guy. I get into this guy's apartment. I literally choke him to death, murder this guy, get my revenge. And then I'm like, all right. So then I'm like, where's my family? I find my parents and everything. They're in it. There was a museum in Texas and they're like, hey, do you guys know we found it during this 2-year period? They're like, apparently the McCuskers were Texas royalty at a time. And there was a museum dedicated to a wing dedicated to my family. My family's all smoking weed in this museum.
What is wrong with you? What are you fucking saying? This is crazy.
Dude, I avenged.
All right. Texas royalty. Your family's in there blazing pot in a wing in a museum in Texas.
My dad, I was like, what are you guys doing? They're like, Matt, remember we all started smoking weed? I'm like, I don't know this. So I'm like, what do you guys? And my dad's like, I don't really feel good if I smoke weed all day. And I'm like, yeah, you don't have to do that, Dad. But they're all like ripping one hitters at this museum. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I look up at the TV. And at this time, Joe Rogan had become like, dude, hold on. I look up at the TV. Joe Rogan's now, there's a reality show, not the Keeping Up with the Kardashians, but he has his own reality show.
Yeah.
But he's begrudgingly, he doesn't want to do it. So he's on TV and they're like, what are you doing, Joe? And he's like, I'm grilling steaks. They're like, wow. Hey, can we see your living room? And he's like, no, please. And they're like, come on, man. And they just zero in on his family and they're like uncomfortable. It was the funniest shit. His face like, okay, that's it. Please, come on, man, stop. And everyone's filming his house, and he's going like.
So whatever happened to the guy you killed?
He's dead, bro. And I remember thinking like, damn, do you feel bad about that? In my head, I was like, no. And I was like, fuck that guy.
People asked you about it?
No one asked me, but it was like felt like it was a secret I was holding. They'd be like, what are you doing? I was just like, nothing. And I had just murdered that guy. I didn't tell anyone I'd been blacked out.
But you got to Texas.
You were at Rogie's house too. You were
Dude. This is...
And then I woke up. That was a pretty coherent dream. That followed a chronological timeline, sort of. I did transfer somehow into Texas, into a museum of McCuskers. But it was
McCuskers Texas royalty.
My whole family was just blazing, dude. It was so funny. My dad ripping a one hitter, just all stoned, like, yo. I was like, what are you doing? He's like, dude, we all smoke weed now. And I was like, what?
The fact that you remember dreams like this.
Oh, vividly, dude.
Or on the flip side of this, which it's not true, but if you were crazy enough to come in here and be like, I'm just going to freestyle and make something up.
No, dude.
That would also be just as impressive.
True.
If you were just sitting here making up that story that fast.
No, dude, that was the dream.
Yeah. You could tell it's real because you didn't even hesitate. You sped through exactly what happened.
I can still see it.
Really?
It's crazy. I have vivid dream recall. I forget a lot of them, but like I'll have ones where I'll remember it point by point. I'm like, damn, that was crazy.
Do you wake up like satisfied or are you like, nice?
Yeah, I'm pumped. When I have a solid dream recall, I'm like, yes. And I'm always looking for the meanings. I'm going like, man, dude, what the fuck is that? But yeah, dude.
I got that. I cracked that code pretty quick.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, why did I black out for 2 years? It's like, wait, how old's your daughter? You've been a dad for 2 years, dude.
Yeah, dude.
That's blackout city.
True.
You're just flying. You're an autopilot.
Yeah, I mean, it could be symbolizing my struggle with my own unconscious of trying to fucking thwart that thing. That's why there's no shame in the fact that I thwarted. I was like, dude, fuck that thing. So you should be mad you killed him. I was like, nah. And that's why I didn't know what I was doing for 2 years. I was completely unconscious. Kind of sick.
Yeah.
Pretty sick. But yeah, that was a fun dream to have. Dude, I always Google it. I'm like, what does a green snake mean? I saw a green snake in a tree.
What was the green snake doing in the tree?
That was a couple nights ago. But dude, it's literally just...
What happened with the green snake?
Nothing. You Google it and it's like, yo, intense prosperity or something terrible is going to happen. It's like, man, fuck you guys.
But what was it? What was that dream? Do you remember anything other than the green snake?
I forget it. It's gone. Now that one's gone. But I saw it in a tree and I was looking at it. I think I was looking at it with my brother. With Tom. So maybe it is prosperity.
Could be prosperity.
Could be prosperity.
We can only hope.
We'll see. But yeah, we saw
the green snake visits me.
Do you have animals visit you in your dream? You had a crazy dream on the fucking L-theanine.
Yeah, but I don't recall.
You don't remember any of it?
I don't recall it. God damn it! I have to go to the fucking gym in an hour, dude. I'm gonna be so fucking fat in there.
What time is she?
No, we're good.
Okay. Yeah, dude. I have severe dream recall. Like, dude,
I wish I did.
I was on before that. I had
occasionally I'll dream about Notre Dame games.
Do you?
I'll prophesy the game. I'll say Notre Dame's gonna win, dude. I dreamt about it. And they go lose. Dude, how about the birds?
Bro.
Your birds are looking good.
I made the ultimate sacrifice, dude. I didn't watch.
Yeah.
I didn't watch. Whenever I don't watch, they do well.
Your Birds are suddenly looking like Super Bowl contenders.
Bro,
dude.
fucking smash the Vikes.
The Vikings, dude.
I was telling you, the Vikes are a tough team.
The Vikes are actually a tough team.
You told me that.
The Vikes are not bad. They showed up, though. They thought shit was sweet.
Did they?
They thought they were going to get revenge for the NFC Championship when they got butt fucked in front of everyone.
I saw the score like second quarter, and the Birds were, or the second.
Birds were
second
butt
quarter.
fucking,
Birds
dude.
were crushing them, man.
They were flying.
What was the final score of that?
It's 24-7, which I think it was at half. The Birds were flying. They were butt fucking.
Jesus Christ.
Complete screaming Eagles.
Yo, I saw a movie you actually might like. Speaking of football, did you see Home Team?
No, what's that about?
Dude, it's the Happy Madison movie about the coach who got what was he? The Ram?
It was
Saints. The Saints. The guy who did what was the deal with that? I meant to ask you about that.
No, what's his name? Sean.
Yeah, well, who was the Saints coach who got in trouble for like ordering injuries on people?
Yeah.
It is. I think it is Payton. It's something.
It's not Payton, but it's close. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, what the fuck's this guy's name?
It was played by Kevin James.
Yes, Payton.
Sean Payton.
Sean Payton. After they beat Peyton Manning's Colts.
They beat the Colts.
What was the deal with that whole scandal?
I think the defensive coordinator was putting out bounties on players. Okay. He was like, dude, if you fuck him up, take him out of the game, you get a bonus.
Yeah.
It was incentivizing the defense to hurt people.
Try to hit as hard as they could, or was it like cheap shots?
I mean, if it's injuring people, that's fucking as gay as it gets.
Oh, like try to put your helmet on like your elbow.
That is actually fucking gay.
Yeah. Well, the head coach, did you do the movie? It's a very compelling tale. The guy moves home. He had basically abandoned his whole family to coach. And he moves home. Just because he got kicked off, he goes home. And his kid's like, fuck you, dude. You're only here because you're not allowed to coach. He's like, nah, man. Come on. I'll be back there any day now. And he's sitting there watching a shitty high school football team. And he's like, you can see him being like, and then he finally walks out and he's like, hey, starts telling the coach, like, do this. And you have an NFL coach and he takes them and they got to like the finals. Nice. And in the end of the game, I don't want to ruin the ending, but
I'm not going to watch it.
It's good, dude. It's a genuinely good movie, dude. It's a good, feel good. You'll like it.
I watched The Fighter this weekend. You ever watch that?
Mickey Rourke? I never saw that.
No, that's the wrestler.
Oh.
This is The Fighter. Mickey Ward is the boxer.
I think I did see that actually.
It's awesome.
That was
Christian
good.
Bale's his brother, his crackhead brother.
I saw that. That was a fantastic
Christian
movie.
Bale is incredible.
Dude, it's
truly incredible. Like the way he plays a crackhead is.
Isn't he like English too?
Yeah, he's Welsh. Yeah.
That's crazy to play an American crackhead that well.
Like that's how he's like moving and talking. Like he gets it perfect.
It's unbelievable.
He gets it perfect.
It's unbelievable how good. And he doesn't oversell it. It's like perfect how good he is at it. But yeah, dude.
It was exciting. And then I showed my babe Mickey Ward Gatti, one of the great fights. And I teared up. Why? Because I like it so much.
What happened to the Mickey Ward Gotti fight?
It's just a slugfest, dude. It makes me emotional.
How long ago was that?
Geez, that was probably 2000.
Oh, right. This is the fighter's fight. This is the guy, Mickey Ward.
Yeah. But the actual fight
was a fucking slugfest.
I remember it. My guy named Harry DeFrank brought over the tape. He recorded it on HBO. The next morning, he came over with the VHS and was like, Phil, you got to see this fight. Me and my paw.
He's like, Shane, get off my belly.
He said, Shane, get up. You're in 8th grade. Get off my stomach. Yeah.
Damn, that's pretty tight.
But yeah, it's embarrassing that I'm an emotional fucking guy.
That's a good thing to get emotional
I hate
about.
it, dude.
Why?
Tearing up?
That's
because
your subconscious. That's your subconscious.
Because of Mickey Ward standing there. He's saying there, come on, let's fight.
Why are you fight? That's your life force.
And I go, that's so fucking cool.
That's your life force.
No, I'm not ashamed of it, honestly.
For sure.
I get emotional out of things that make me happy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's rarely sad makes me cry. Happy makes me cry.
Does it really?
Happy makes me cry.
That's kind of nice.
Yeah.
I get a little bit of both, but yeah.
Rarely sad.
Yeah, I've been...
Manchester by the Sea got me.
Yeah.
And that was pure sad.
Yeah. You know what? What would you classify Everything Everywhere All at Once as?
Happy.
That was happy?
I was very happy.
Yeah, that was more sweet.
Yeah.
There was a part of it. There was kind of a sad part of that, though. But I guess it was like a sweet thing of like a lady...
Yeah, I forgot how much that got
just
me.
Taking
Holy
on
shit,
the abyss. Oh, my God. Just the fucking rock.
Oh, the Kiss Man's coming up for his shit.
The rock.
Here comes the Kiss Man.
Kind of dressed like the Bees right now. Turn around.
Mac Miller. The Bees. How's your neck?
Oh, you got to injure your neck.
He hurt his neck in the Uber.
Not good. It doesn't hurt that bad, but where it hurts is like in my spine.
He jumped.
He jumped in the back of an Uber XL. Broke his. Now he's paralyzed.
He was like a fish on the dock. Yes, he's fucking.
You were having a good time.
I was having a good time.
It was party time.
I was having a good time.
Did the guy like you jumping around in his car?
He actually didn't
Didn't give a fuck.
seem to care.
Yeah.
He might be a classic driver.
Probably not
Stone-faced.
his car, right? Don't they like rent cars and just drive
Sometimes, yeah.
Kiss. Drop one out of your ass and then come back.
Can we get audio on the dump?
I'll record it with my phone.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kiss, man.
I'll send it to
I'm kidding. Thank you. But yeah, dude, I'm telling you, you'll like the home team. That's a feel good. It's a fun
I'll
movie.
give it a shot.
It's fun watching the guy
I'll
sit
give
there
it a shot.
and
I
be like,
struggle with football movies.
do you really?
If the actual football sucks, it gets me angry.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Or like, I don't know. The way, I don't know. It's a weird thing. Like if they give guys the wrong number, it bothers me. Like if it's not accurate. If they're like wearing like baggy fucking jerseys that are number 78's the wide receiver.
No, it's not like
fucked up face masks that don't
wide
make
receivers 44.
out of era face masks.
No, it's not like
That
that.
fires me up.
This is good. This is Texas football we're talking about.
It better be Texas football.
It's Texas football.
If I'm watching football, it's Texas football.
Texas. This guy goes down.
McCusker royalty.
McCusker Road. The museum's up, bro.
The museum's up. What's going on in the museum? Is it like just pictures?
There was
of
like pictures of
family
like
members?
cars and shit. There was like
Cars?
old cars. I mean, dude, the fucking truck shirt on. It was just like one of those things where it was like distinct. It wasn't like our family. It was like, oh, there was dudes,
Just
there
muscle cars.
McCuskers who were like Texas royalty, and here's a museum, and they're all just blazing in the museum. Like, yo, I was like, what the fuck?
It's pretty tight.
It was crazy. I was a bit ashamed of that part of the dream. I didn't want to come in and talk about that.
No, that's awesome.
It's a bit grandiose.
You drive, the Texas Kings.
It was kind of sick, yeah.
Do you have any? Oh yeah, your uncle's down there, right?
You have one uncle down there.
That's
He's
Texas royalty.
Pretty much Texas royalty, dude.
True.
Set designer, bro. Set designer for movies, bro.
It's Texas royalty.
It's Texas royalty.
Yep. Enough said.
Enough said. Check out. I'm telling you, man, it's a good.
All right, I'll watch it.
Sit with a blankie on at
You have to,
nighttime.
I'm gonna lay down.
Blankie on at nighttime.
But you have to watch Kingdom of Heaven, and it's long.
Will absolutely watch
You're
it.
gonna
No
love
problem. I'm starting to get time now where I can actually,
But it could
watch
be
the movies.
corny. I could be wrong.
Kingdom
It's
of Heaven.
good. His
You've never failed me. You've
his
never
wife
failed me
commits
on a movie.
suicide, dude. Early. It's sad.
It happens.
And then this fucking gay ass priest comes and cuts her head off because she's a suicide.
What?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Orlando Bloom doesn't take kindly to that.
I wouldn't. Yeah.
They beheaded his wife.
Is this a nobleman?
You'll see.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out.
You'll see.
Yeah, you've never failed me on a movie wreck.
All right.
I think
Kingdom of
you're
Heaven's tight.
3 for 3 right
You're
now.
gonna like Salahuddin.
Oh man.
Yeah, my master Salahuddin is here.
Yeah, it was
My
crazy how
master.
well those dudes were doing, and they just fucking.
Dude, you know what
Muslims
sucks?
fell
They
apart.
changed a bunch of teams' names from the Crusaders.
I was thinking
Like
about
Susquehanna University had to change it. Now they're like the Riverhawks, which is pretty sick. But
that. Okay, yeah, that's a sick thing,
just be a
dude.
Crusader,
Come on.
dude.
It's 1,000 fucking
Crusaders
years
are
ago.
awesome.
1,000 years ago,
Yeah.
let it go.
Yeah, and there were some cool ones.
For their intents and purposes, that was the coolest shit you could do back then. Kind of crazy, obviously, going and murdering and
Trying to get to
people.
heaven.
These guys are all trying to get to heaven. The
Aren't we all?
Muslims are trying to get to heaven. Everyone to control the fucking Holy Land. Dude, it's an understandable urge to control the Holy Land back then.
I have the urge.
Yeah, you want to fucking.
I have the urge. You heard me babbling about it. I was like, they have no say. They have no say. It's in there. It's deep in there. I'm like, it's where Jesus got crucified.
Get a t-shirt,
It's
smear,
ours.
do the cross of blood, dude, and fucking get back over it. Dude, if you did a cross of blood and went to the Holy Land, it would be on. Just like, yo, I'm just looking.
I was playing Call of Duty, and I was like, my girlfriend was watching me, and I was like, how quickly do you think I would get beheaded if I got over there? If I was in Syria?
That'd be a sick YouTube prank, riding a Shetland
How quickly
pony
would they
in
throw a
Iraq?
bag over my head and be like, what are you doing
Dude,
here?
Shetland pony,
Nice.
Crusader outfit, red cross with like a
Yeah.
white linen on a pony
It's a nice
riding into
Templar.
town.
That's the uniform.
Yeah, how fucking long do you think you can make it in like Baghdad?
I think Baghdad you can chill a little.
You think so?
Yeah. I think Baghdad's not as bad. If you went
Dressed
to
like a fucking Crusader on a pony, dude. I mean, yeah, it is a pretty modern city.
Crusader on a pony is a
Afghanistan.
little aggressive.
That's what I'm saying.
you might get ripped off the pony. For sure.
There was one part where they were like, when
Got
I talk-
another shit? You gotta get in line, dude.
He's in there?
yeah,
Chris is shitting.
Dr. Adolf seeing a patient in there.
Dr. Adolph's laying down a fat turd.
Watch it, boys.
Thanks.
No,
Yeah,
you can
dude.
join the podcast.
Well, there was like when they were trying to figure out like who really started it. They're like, well, it is
We're
rumored.
talking about the Crusades, Tom.
What's a
Ah,
sepulchre?
fuck.
What's a
I got
sepulchre?
shit.
What's a sepulchre or whatever?
Sepulcher?
Yeah, sepulchre.
The sepulcher. It's not the.
It was a Christian thing.
The sepulcher.
Was that where they thought the Holy Grail was or something? Or
Yeah,
that,
for some reason, I'm thinking it's the
that's what I thought. Like the thing, yeah.
Holy Sepulcher. What
Like
the
the-
hell is the sepulcher? Look up what the sepulcher is.
Because they say like that was stored in the Holy Land, and they're like, it's rumored that like the Christians were over there at the sepulcher, and like the Muslims threw rocks at them, and I was like, it probably happened. In my head, I'm like, yeah,
That's something. It checks out.
could just
The boys love throwing rocks.
yeah,
do.
dude, it could have been some
Muzzie's
kids.
got hoses too.
They do have some arms.
Yeah. Thousands of years of working that rig.
Yeah.
There should be more professional pitchers as Muzzies.
Muslims.
Yeah.
True.
You know? There should be generational shifting going
Yeah.
on at this point.
Yeah, but they're not all this. They got a lot.
get
Of, they're
cricket,
working
though.
a lot.
Yeah,
they're
true.
working
They
the
play
True.
cricket. The Pakistani guys.
they?
They can hurl a. Yeah. Yeah. What was it? What's the sepulcher?
Well, the definition is like where you bury it's a tomb of some sort.
Mm.
It's not the ball and a stick that you hold and go for a
It's
picture.
not the incense.
It's just a tomb. That makes sense.
Yeah, maybe it was
Yeah,
Jesus's tomb.
Yeah, you'd be a French noble, dude.
Okay.
Dude, imagine being a French nobleman.
I'm gonna pee in a cup. I'm sorry. I can't even, you know.
Okay.
Yeah,
Piss in
go
the
ahead.
I wish
backyard.
I had a pen and paper to write some stuff down. This is really interesting. I know nothing about anything.
Well, we're trying.
Yeah, you doing great.
Dude, here's this. I got one for you. Imagine being a French nobleman. You've murdered thousands
Go
of
piss in a
people.
cup.
You've murdered hundreds
Holy
of
Grail.
people. You've ran kids over with your horses. Maybe you helped yourself in the village. I don't know. I'm not
You
gonna
might have
slight
helped
you.
yourself
You might
a
have
little.
helped yourself in the village. Terrible stuff. And then you hear like, "Yo, dude, you can erase all of that. Just go see the Holy Land." So then you do the Holy Land, come back from the Holy Land. These dudes are right back like, "Dude, I have all the spoils of war. Turns out I'm a pretty good guy,
And I'm a good guy.
and everything's going to be fine for me."
Greg said it.
Kind of ruled for those guys.
Pope Greg said it.
Pope Greg was like, "Yo, man," and those guys they didn't even go over and fuck anyone up. They just rode over, like touched the wall,
Yeah.
paid some taxes, and came back like, "Yo, that was pretty sick."
Yeah.
They
They're
came
on
back.
pilgrimage.
Like, turns out I'm totally forgiven for everything. I got all this motherfucking shit now. How good is that?
I think we've reached the end of this
I think
episode.
so. I think that was
That was good though, dude. How much of this book have you read?
just a couple hours on the
That's
way up.
pretty
here, on
nice,
the way
dude.
up here, basically.
You got a fucking good knowledge already.
I'm on nootropics, bro.
True.
I'm on nootropics.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, guys. Thank you for listening to the Patreon.
Please, thank you guys.
Next week we might have a very fun guest. We'll see.
Oh yes.
Goodbye.
Farewell.